As the country tries to move forward, the investigations do not stop and continue to point towards self-proclaimed interim President Juan Guaido. The Comptroller General has spoken at length about the various violations to the Constitution he has committed, on top of breaking a number of corruption laws, finally barring Guaido from holding any public office for 15 years, in particular for failing to declare the origin of funds used to finance his more than 91 trips abroad.
Considering the citizen Juan Guaido, during the time that he has exercised his function as a lawmaker for the National Assembly, has been outside the country for over 248 days, equaling over 8 months, and with an average cost per stay of 200 million bolivares, without ever declaring where he received the funds to pay for such lavish spending.
On top of these sanctions against Juan Guaido, the Vice President of Communications, Jorge Rodriguez, detailed facts of the terrorist attack on the country's main hydroelectric plant, which was reportedly perpetrated by snipers linked to the opposition, who fired on the Simón Bolívar's plant's transmission yard, causing a great fire that left the country in dark once again.
These right here are the distribution yards. 110 meters away, there is a small hill. On top of that hill, snipers position themselves to fire on the electrical equipment. This yard is in the middle of many other transmission yards, so the fire could have easily spread to the sides and burned even more equipment and cabling. Then the damage would have taken months to fix. But at this time, we can say that the great majority of Venezuela has power. Nonetheless, we should all understand that we are still in the middle of a non-conventional war.
Meanwhile, the attacks from the United States against Venezuela and Russian cooperation efforts continue. Russia has clarified that its military presence in Venezuela is related to years-old bilateral agreements and called President Donald Trump a shameless and immoral after he demanded the retreat of Russian personnel from Venezuela.
The Russian side has not violated anything, not international agreements, nor Venezuelan laws. Russia is not changing the balance of power in the region. Russia is not threatening anyone, unlike the officials in Washington, D.C., whose claims I mentioned recently.
The spokesperson of the Russian Foreign Ministry vehemently denied the creation of military bases in the Bolivarian country and said that the Russian military will remain in Venezuela for the time that is necessary, as part of cooperation agreements signed in 2001.